6800. Just turning it on. And I'm not going to put any earphones on, because basically we want to hear the hits from the objects. Just going to test here. So we are in park mode number 1, which is the usual mode that I would be testing in when I'm out treasure hunting. So I'm going to first go over here, and we're going to test out what we get. So that's a pop can tab, pretty modern one. So that's about 13, 14 on this machine, going up to 15. Now we encounter these crushed pop cans, aluminum, and you can see they're bouncing around 20, 21, but that's as low as a 2. Unfortunately, you'd probably have to dig that. 22, 21, anything that high. So that's a nail. It's not even reading that, so it must be iron based. So on setting park mode 1, it's not even reading that whatsoever. Pop can 26. So those are some of the typical bad objects that we would encounter. So let's see what we get here. This is a silver ring, 25, 23 to 25. So we're definitely going to dig that up. This is a different ring, 17, 18, so that's a little tricky. It's not sure what kind of ring that is. That's a ring that I found earlier this year. So it's not certainly not a silver ring. $16, $17. We're now going to test some Clad coins here. So I've got laid out, I've got loonies, toonies, a quarter. This is Canadian. Well, we got the loonie bouncing around here. 16, 10, 9. Toonie at 16, 17. The loonie bounces around quite a bit. 2, 14, 16. So you know if it's a jumpy signal that you're going to have to kind of dig that. We got a quarter here. This is a Canadian quarter. That's kind of interesting. That's coming in. Again, in that 16, it's going to 2. We got a nickel. Again, the Canadian stuff seems to bounce around here. Pretty consistent 2, 3 to 5. This is the Canadian penny. 24. I've been finding a lot of those, so 24, 2, 6, 2, 7. Jumping around. 16, 15. 16, 17 for the toonie. Loonie also in and around there. So I've seen this is another Canadian loonie over here. It's also around 14, 15 here. So this is a American quarter. And a little bit higher, obviously, 29, 30. would be definitely digging that. This is a Canadian dime. Again, it seems to be showing 1516. I'm just going to take it over here and put it on this plastic, and let's see what it reads on that. A little bit lower. Again, though, in that 15 range here. Oopsie. The US nickel. Pretty solid 1213. That compares over here. Let's compare that to the Canadian nickel, which you can see 235. So this is a silver dime here. 25, 24, 25. This is a Canadian quarter here. So we're just going to move that dime out of the way. So silver comes in pretty high on this machine, 29 to 30. This is a sterling silver bracelet. It says sterling on the back. So 1920 sterling silver. So it's indicative that basically you've got to dig those 19 signals. Top can tab comes in low there at around 13. 1920 silver quarter, 29 to 30. There you go, 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 16. A little bit more true here, 12, 11. So that 12, 11, 16 signal seems to be loonies. So 12, 13, you gotta dig that. Pretty low on dimes as well. So the Equinox, I haven't really had a chance to use it a lot. But did find me this silver bracelet. It was a really good solid tone, and definitely dug that up. But definitely anything in the 20 range, 17 range, you definitely have to dig. So I'm going to be taking out my Equinox this weekend. We can change modes here, just as a matter of curiosity. So this is field mode. If you were out in the farm land or forest, so there you go. There's your Canadian reads there. Very interesting. American and pretty high. Similar read. I haven't set anything special on this machine. The tone's just a little bit different, as you can hear. Numbers are pretty similar. $13, $14. And that's pretty high. It's really not reading that. The ring. And the other ring, 17. Okay, so the can change modes here. Beach 1, Beach 2. This is Park 1 mode. This is the one that I normally use when I'm out in the field. And that's our test, so that we have a little bit of an understanding of where our Canadian coins might be reading in on. People do this test and they get different reads, but it's definitely those low numbers below 10 And then in that 16-17 area, 13 to 17, it's going to be digging up a lot of pop can lids, but 16-17 pretty solid for a toonie. 13, that's the American. There's your dime. It's bouncing all around here. Looney, pretty low with that 8-9, and that's the silver quarter. So I'll be taking this out this weekend and looking for stuff while I treasure hunt, and we will see how successful I am with this Minelab Equinox 800. Pretty good machine, but I do have to get used to it, and you gotta get used to the machine in the ground conditions.